It's on.
And it's on here too. Okay, let's go.
Are live.
Hello, hello.
Hey.
And welcome to the channel. We are in your beautiful home today.
Right?
With an amazing view that you can't see, but trust us, it is amazing. Well, we follow each other, we're friends. But I've been kind of following your fitness journey a little bit, and I've noticed that you've been really staying dedicated and disciplined with your fitness journey. So I want to sit with you and just talk with you and kind of find out like how you kind of got started on the journey and where you're at now and whatever you want to share.
Yeah, for sure. So I think first I'll just like give a little introduction of like who I am and everything.
Yes.
So yes, we're friends. I'm Edna, and actually met a PD on, it was a movie set.
Yes.
We met at a movie set.
Yes.
So that's actually how we became friends. But a little bit about me. I work in marketing and I'm also a content creator, but last year I was a 2023 bride.
Yes. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I am a Mrs. now, but that's a whole process. Like the whole year I was just like, what am I gonna do? So that kind of started this whole fitness journey because I was getting married at the end of the year.
Yes.
And I'm just like, what are you gonna do? It's January and you have goals, you want to fit into this dress, you have vision,
Yes.
but like how are you gonna get there? And that
Yes.
kind of started me on my journey of like kind of what we're gonna talk about today.
Nice.
So excited.
That's so cool. So your journey started in January 2023, you'd say?
That's correct.
Wow.
Right after Dirty December,
Oh,
come back from vacation, and then I was like, I need to get my life together.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah.
So that actually was the kind of the first question, I think, is how did you start your fitness journey? So regarding your healthy fitness and weight loss journey, I'm just curious, like what were the motivations to get you started, and what were some maybe challenges that you had to face, and like some obstacles, and how did you overcome them?
Okay, for sure. So my motivation was definitely having a big event at the end of the year. I was like, I need to actually do something because I felt like I'd been working out, but I was never actually getting the results. I was going to the gym, going to occasional classes, but I was just never really seeing anything worth me being like, I'm proud of this. And that was very frustrating. I think the other thing was the money. Another challenge to just like working out, like all these classes in Vancouver or gyms can get quite expensive. I tried kickboxing, I tried yoga, I tried boxing, I tried different gyms, and I just felt like I wasn't finding the right thing for me for actually getting me to where I wanted to get. The weight loss, I wanted to get toned and snatched for my big day, but like I just felt like there were a lot of obstacles. And I think the other challenge is just like the mindset. The kind of I'll start tomorrow instead of like actually like getting your butt up and like starting today. And just also making it easy for yourself. I think one thing I did to make it easier is like I stopped buying processed junk food because man, I love popcorn and those kettle fried chips. They're so good, but like they can be so addictive. And then like I'll just keep eating them throughout the day. I work from home, so stopping that, and then also making it easy for myself to go to the gym, like putting clothes out. Because sometimes you don't have that outfit and you're like, well, I don't have a workout set, or like I didn't do laundry. So stop making excuses. And I was just kind of being real with myself, and I'm like, okay, well, and becoming a friend to myself, and being like, what do I need to actually go to the gym? What do I need to get to this yoga class? So I started actually being intentional with how I was doing it instead of, I guess, being passive and kind of putting it off like it'll get to it.
And like setting yourself up for success.
Exactly.
I love that. Oh yes. So the next question is, what are some practical tips that you can share with others who are maybe on their fitness journey and weight loss journey, and maybe they're struggling a bit, and they're just looking for some really realistic advice, something that's attainable that they can accomplish? Do you have any tips?
All right. I'm gonna like break the fourth wall and like talk to others right now.
Yes,
I want others to know.
Let them know.
Hi others. I just want to say, like, if you want to start this journey, your journey is your own journey. So please don't wait for your friends to start to get your butt to the gym or to go to a class. I think learning to go to things myself was the most helpful thing because it became so freeing, and I became independent of like, I can go to any class I want to by myself and just do that. So don't let your friends or anybody else stop you from like going and doing something. And then also the money thing. Like, let's be real. Like, okay, fine, these things can get pricey. I'm using like an app where I pay like $80 a month for like credits. But when I think about it, $80 a month to my health, like I'll easily spend like $100 at a happy hour and like not even blink. But like when it comes to my health, like there's doubt. So like invest in you. Like that's what I would say. Just like invest in you, because your like future self is gonna thank you. Like when you're like thriving and you're healthy and not having health related problems.
Absolutely.
Because let's just be real, like I come from an African household and I do have some family members that are overweight and actually didn't take care of themselves and they're going through it.
Same.
Diabetes, cholesterol,
Mm-hmm.
high blood pressure, like the list goes on. And I'm just kind of like, if not now, when? So bestie, go to the gym and don't wait for people.
Do you feel like, have you ever tried to tell some of your family members like, hey, you know, we have, I mean, everybody kind of knows in the family the things going on, but I feel like a lot of people aren't doing anything to proactively change. Have you ever tried to bring it up to any of your family members or your parents or anything?
I think what's interesting is like over the last year when I actually started to take it seriously, I feel like it started to get to them more. Because I think I'd always been like, yeah, meditating is good, yoga, going on walks and physical activity, but I wasn't actually putting it into practice. But then when I actually took it seriously, and then they started seeing results, not just physically, like yes, I was looking slimmer and my skin was looking healthier because I was like eating well, you know, drinking a lot of water, I stopped, right, and all that stuff. Then they saw it and they were like, what are you doing? We need to know, like, what's your routine? And they started asking, and then they became intrigued. And then I even had an aunt that woke up to do like a Pilates class with me.
Oh wow!
In the morning.
So you're inspiring your family.
Yeah, and we started doing it, and I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, we want to be like you. And I'm just like, oh, I was gonna touch, because like I felt like they weren't listening to me, and I was kind of nervous. Like I don't know what's gonna happen to y'all. So it's nice to see that they're seeing it for themselves, and like the work speaks for itself, and you feel better, like even mentally.
Absolutely.
I think we're gonna talk mental health more, but like even mentally,
definitely.
less.
And I feel like it's hard to start. The hardest part is to start, but once you get going, then it gets easier and easier.
Absolutely.
Right? And I think your family seeing you getting it going and then also seeing the results, it was like a no-brainer. It was like, well, if she can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
Even if their habits have been even longer, it doesn't matter. Like every day is a new opportunity for change.
Right.
So that's really cool.
And they say it takes what, like 21 days to build a habit?
Oh.
So I legit just started booking time for myself as well. Being like, I'm booked. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe Saturday, Sunday. I'm booked.
Yeah.
And I'm booked for me and working on myself, because when you don't book that time, other people will book it.
That's true.
Or Netflix will book it, or you know, random stuff will book it.
That's
and
true.
It's your time. So it's like,
That's true.
book your time. Like same way you dedicate time to go see a friend, like
Dedicate that self-care, solo time.
period.
Yes. So I want to ask you your perspective on mindset, and how do you achieve a positive mindset and stay consistent with that?
Can I go get my vision board?
Yes,
absolutely. I'll be back. I was like, wait a minute. I have visuals. Okay.
I love this.
Be right back.
Ooh. And we are back. So yes, are you ready for the next question? The role of mindset in achieving your fitness goals. Can you share some insight on the importance of that, and how do you stay focused and motivated?
For sure. I would say your mindset is everything. The narrative and the story you're telling yourself is so important. So like, if you're telling yourself you can't do this, or that this is really hard, that's what it will be. It will always be something unachievable. But like,
Stop looking.
I think just believing in yourself, and I want to just actually show, I'm such a visual learner, so like I created a vision board where like I just really went into it and started like looking at the things that I wanted. I wanted to eat healthy and like have the nutrition, but I needed to visually see it. I needed to visually see myself going to yoga and like just doing this stuff that was just more active, telling myself not to stop till I'm proud, and just really knowing that like I am strong and I'm capable of stuff when I put my mind out to things. So
Absolutely.
I think that was the biggest thing of like when you really set yourself on something, you can do it. And just being your own best friend. You need to be your own cheerleader. No one is gonna cheer you on and be like, get up, let's go to the gym.
That's true.
You gotta do that. You gotta hype
Self-motivated.
yourself. I think it also helps to have a banging playlist. I don't know, like
Oh,
when you go, like
yes.
if you set yourself up, like even lately I've been enjoying the Stairmaster, and I hate the I used to hate it. But when you have a banging playlist and there's a build up, and then you can just feel like you're vibing.
Your
So,
Stairmaster is
yeah.
my incline on the treadmill. Like,
yeah.
walking up the hill, like kind of, you really get that heart rate
Right?
going.
It
And if you
really
have the bond
does.
music,
Yeah, it just
get right through
it
it.
just feels like a rave, like
Time
a
just
vibe.
goes right by.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So just finding what works for you, you know, and maybe it's a podcast, maybe it's not music, so, you know,
It's true.
finding what works for
Whatever
you
your
and
vibe.
making that into your routine, I think, is the way to be consistent and develop that mindset, because then you see yourself as that person that gets up and goes to the gym. You see yourself as that yoga girly or the whatever you want to be. You can actually see yourself. So like show up as that person.
It's true.
Yeah.
For yourself, and that will help you stay consistent.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So that goes into the importance, the next question, which is,
Uh-huh.
can you share some insight on the importance of nutrition in combination with exercise?
I think nutrition, and people don't like to tell you this, but nutrition plays a huge role, bigger than you think, because like you could work out a lot, but then like if your diet isn't good,
That part.
that's probably why like you have an unhealthy gut. That's
Yeah.
why you're like you feel bloated.
That was me.
That's why, you know, it's like, what are you eating? Like, I found out that, firstly, like, I'm dairy-free, I'm gluten-free.
Me too.
All these things, because I realized this shit was making me sick.
But when did you
Like-
stop eating it?
I think within the last year.
Okay.
So, legit,
nice.
January, I was like, I'm gonna, because I live in a place where I have access to gluten-free things.
Yeah.
And then also, like, I like rice and stuff. So, like, I can give up some bread and stuff. So,
Yeah.
just trying it. And then I was like, whoa, you mean my tummy doesn't have to hurt in the morning? Game changer.
Right?
So when I learned that, I was like, oh, I don't need to do this to myself. Same with the milk.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it wasn't fun in the mornings for me. Let's just say that.
Yeah, I feel like milk is one of the worst. I noticed that if I had like aged cheddar or like aged cheese, then it
Mhm.
wasn't as bad. But like a
Yeah.
soft cheese, no.
No.
Dairy milk, no.
No.
Right?
Oh, goat cheese though.
Goat
Goat cheese
cheese
is
is
fine for some
great.
reason. And then recently, I found sheep cheese from Whole
Oh.
Foods. Sheep
Whole
cheese?
Foods?
Yeah, they have sheep cheese. It's like $9.
Oh, nice. But also the superstore has
Oh, yeah?
dairy-free cheese.
Yeah?
Like, they remove the lactose from it, and it tastes like regular
That is
cheese.
so good.
So there's options.
But yeah, your diet. But then also even the processed foods and stuff like that. The McDonald's. Like, don't get me wrong. After a drug night,
Ooh.
having some pizza, having some McDonald's, and
But did you ever see those videos where they show you the McDonald's and like a year later it's still there? And it looks
Stuff
the
like that.
same? It's like
And then-
imagine
yeah,
how it is in your body.
exactly.
That's how it is outside.
yeah, so just being realistic with what I'm putting into my body and being realistic of the goals that I want and that person I want to be. I'm like, do they eat a whole tub of ice cream at night? Probably not. And
Right.
things in moderation. I think that was the other thing, just being an adult and living on my own. I could now do whatever I want. If I wanted to eat a whole tub of ice cream, I could.
You could.
But it's also having that moderation of like, but I don't need to do that. That's actually a lot of sugar for you. You probably should not do that. I'm not telling you what to do, but like, I wouldn't do that because like I'm pre-diabetic and like that'll mess me up.
Yeah.
So.
Especially over the long term.
So stuff like that in moderation. I think an 80-20 rule, if you can, of like 80% of the time I'm gonna eat healthy. I'm gonna do this.
Totally agree with that.
And then, you know, sometimes let loose, live.
But don't you also feel like a
Uh-huh.
lot of us are in denial about how much like processed stuff we actually eat, how much junk food we actually eat? We tell ourselves,
Absolutely.
oh yeah, I'm just having a little bit, but a lot of times we're eating more of the processed stuff than we are of the real healthy food.
Yeah, I
Right?
think cooking for yourself makes a big difference too.
Absolutely.
When you cook and not this meal prep, not restaurant food, like you putting the food together, you know what goes
You know
into
exactly
it.
what's in it.
And doing that more and making it a habit will like push you away from feeling like you need to eat all this processed stuff.
I agree.
Um,
But also I have to say, like when I was in film school, at first I was eating the junk food
Mhm.
and I was telling myself like, oh, I don't have time, I don't have time. But then when I just started to feel so lethargic, I was like, you know what, I have to make the
You feel
time.
horrible.
You know, exactly. And I have to make this a habit. And maybe after 3 weeks, 21 days, that's probably when I
Yeah,
started.
honestly, because now I used to hate vegetables. Now every week I go and buy vegetables. I buy broccoli and asparagus, and I'll cook it in butter and garlic, and I'll make it nice. And I'm like, yo, veggies can slap.
You know, veggies are what's up. Same with fruit.
Yeah, exactly. Fruit
tastes great.
Absolutely.
There's so much fruit to choose from.
So like actually putting it in your diet and holding yourself accountable. Like
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love how you reeled it back in there.
Right.
Sorry. Please.
Lily, move. Lily, move. Lily is not moving.
I felt that like a dread. Okay, so I wanted to ask the viewers, what are some challenges that y'all have faced in your own fitness and weight loss journeys, and how have you been able to overcome your obstacles that you faced? I would love to hear, we would love to hear about that. And so if you could please just drop a comment and let us know, and we'd like to continue on the conversation. But yeah, I don't know if did you have any final thoughts or maybe we could summarize, maybe not going through the whole thing, but we could summarize maybe some of the key points to remember.
Definitely. So, number one, commit to yourself, invest in yourself. Like, you have to be accountable. You've got to be your own cheerleader, your own hype person, your own personal trainer, all in one. Do that. Eat well because you feel good and you may look even better. So I think do that, and just remember it's a process. You are gonna have days where you're not as productive as others and things like that, and that's fine. And just keep going for it, because eventually you're gonna start to see results, and
Absolutely.
that's just gonna, be the cherry on top. So yeah, just keep going and know it's a journey, and we're all doing it. And you have to keep going. Even once you get there, you have to keep going to maintain it.
Absolutely.
It doesn't stop. So make it a lifestyle, not like a forced thing. It has to be a lifestyle change for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then also, I feel like to add to that, I feel like having a goal that you set is really helpful too. Because I noticed for yourself and even for myself, when I set a goal, then it's like, okay, then I have the end goal to reach towards. And even though going through the process might be a little difficult, but it's just knowing you have that goal that you want to reach at the end. I feel like it just helps a little bit more with the motivation.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah. I feel that.
Nice.
Oh, I love
it. Yeah, thank you so much for coming on my channel and
thank you for
inviting
coming
me to your home.
Thank you for coming. It was so nice having you. And
thank you so much. And I look forward to making more content and doing some more collaborations with you in the future.
Absolutely.
And I hope you enjoyed the interview.
I did.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for sharing all this insightful information. It's always nice to hear people's perspectives, because everybody's on their own personal journey.
For sure.
And what worked for one person might not work for another, but also there's probably some commonalities too.
Yeah.
So it's really nice just to hear another perspective.
Absolutely.
And your perspective in particular about your own journey. And I see you as being on a very successful journey, but I also am aware that it's something that you have to work at every day, and it's something that has to be a lifestyle. It's not something that you can just do for a little bit. Otherwise, if you do it for short term, you'll get short term results.
Exactly. And we're about long term here. So.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, that's a wrap. So thank you so much, and bye.
Bye.
See you later. Bye. Bye.